I'm going to cover the process of adding CAD layers to a map using OpenPoint Map as new feature layers. Afterward, I'll show you how to make those features into OpenPoint Map enabled features using two different but simple processes. This is most helpful for a map where a few features didn't import. I'm going to be working with a map that is almost fully ready to go, only importing a handful of features for the time being. However, the tricks I'm showing you can be used on a larger scale as well, and I'll briefly mention a way in which this can be done as I go along the tutorial. Now, for the first step, as you can see, I have my map open right now with layers added already. However, I've got a few missing meters, and what you can't see is I've also got a missing wire. So, to fix that, the first thing I need to do is import the CAD layers to see if the missing items will pop up when I do. Keep in mind that when you import, there will not be any symbology set. Features and wires will import over, but they might not look recognizable. Anyway, you'll need to access the geoprocessing pane. The easiest way to do that is to go to the Analysis tab and select the Tools button. With that open, you'll want to search for the CAD to Geodatabase tool and select that. When that's open, you'll need to first select the dataset from the file location where you've got it. There's mine. And we click OK. Then you'll need to select the output geodatabase. The one it chose by default works perfect for me. Then a dataset, which is pretty much just a name, so let's set that to test for now. And a reference scale. You don't always have to set that unless you've got one set for your map. I've got mine set to 750, so I'll change that right there. And finally, choose a spatial reference. Current map is usually the best choice, so let's select that. Then we just hit run and wait. Perfect. Now, as you can see, we've got 4 new layers in the contents pane, but we've also got some very clearly new features that we did not have before. We can go ahead and turn off the annotation, polyline, and polygon layers for now. We'll need the polygon layer in a little bit, but for now I just want to work on the meters. Now, I'm going to select these one at a time, but if you want to select many at once, you can use the Search by Attribute tool in the geoprocessing tools to select only the features that you want. So, we're going to go over to the attribute pane, and I want to check all of these to just make sure first that they are meters. Meter, meter, meter. Perfect. They're all good to go. Now, I'm going to select them one by one with the Shift and Click tool, and then copy them. With them copied, you're going to want to navigate over to the Map section and select Paste Special. Now, here's where it's important to have checked all of them to make sure that they were all meters. You want to select the same asset group that you were looking for. So here we've got meter banks. This process will turn them into features that OpenPoint can read and understands. That's why it's important to make sure that you get it correct. Here we go. We'll hit OK. And as you can see, they took the symbology from before and worked perfectly. However, the one thing that they probably did not take is the attributes. So you'll need to enter those on your own. And if there's any construction units, you'll have to use this construction units tool in the map section as well to add those, or through a work order or job. Now, for the line, let's turn on that line layer real quick. And we need to check what kind of line it was. Here we are. UGSC, underground secondary. Perfect. This way is also simple, but it requires a little bit more manual work. In the OpenPoint or Edit menu, you're going to want to select the Create tool under Features. Then, you're going to want to select the feature type that you're working with. Here we are. Here's where you'll want to make sure that you have the Snapping tool on. You don't have to use it, but it makes things much easier if you do. Now, click over the line, and you're going to want to trace over the line. And there we go. Perfect. And then select this check mark, and here we are. Now, you will need to update the attributes and the construction units again, just like with the other method. but this way is pretty awesome for lines and helps a lot. As you can see, ArcGIS and OpenPoint Map make it pretty easy to import CAD layers.